and Justin not only enjoy their own lakeside house, they have been visiting some beautiful and unusual properties. And boys, you've actually brought some pictures in today because we want to tour these amazing places that you've been touring. So, shall we start?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, let's start. Just take a look at this very first picture, which is very cool. But now describe to us what we're looking at here.
Okay, what you're actually looking at, Tracy, is the home of a gorgeous lady called Mara, who lived in that tiny little cabin that you can see at the rear.
Yeah.
Then one morning she woke up, having lived in that 8 feet by 10 feet cabin for years, and she'd won $6 million in the 649 lottery. So she built a whole new cabin around the original cabin, like a Russian doll. Cabin inside a cabin.
Isn't that amazing?
This. So we've got another shot that you can actually see the little cabin, which is actually beautifully turned out. I mean, it's gorgeously decorated.
It's now her living room, so it sits within the structure beside her kitchen, and it's now the living room in the home. I love that.
You know what that reminds me of? When you have like a home and it's on a property and there's a tree and you just build your house around the tree. I think that's beautiful. Like, I think that's such a beautiful homage to tradition and history. Just keep it there and build around it.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And I want to win $6 million.
Yeah, me too,
me too.
If you win it, let's share it, right?
Okay.
Okay.
That's my favorite part of the story.
Exactly.
Okay, let's take a look at this home. We always talk about building forts. Okay, this treehouse is not just a fort. This is an incredible treehouse.
Isn't that absolutely just off the charts, you know? That was actually built originally for the lady's kids. You know, she thought, I'm going to build a little treehouse in the woods. It's going to be really escapist. And then they got to that age where they were going to college. They weren't using it so much. And she and her husband looked at it and said, you know what? We're going to take over the treehouse. And so they pimped it up. They actually then had to kind of reapply to their local authority to build it bigger. And it's kind of like a house on stilts in a forest.
Yes,
but I think the great thing about visiting all these homes is that they're all escapes. You know, and I think that's what we want from decor. That's what we're always looking for, you know, is a sense of escapism.
That's right. And you know what, if you're ever looking to do this sort of thing, get on, you know, the Airbnbs of the world, and you can try out some of these places, which is amazing. Okay, now this is incredibly modern. Take a look at this escape location. Beautiful, lots of hard, clean lines, but really lovely and modern.
Yeah, now this is actually two families living within one structure. So they built a massive roof line, almost with a pagoda. And then underneath that, they built two side-by-side cottages or cabins, call them what you will. And then at the rear of that, you can see what looks like a little box. That's actually an indoor bunkie, and it actually has a garage door that rolls up and rolls down. So
that's
great ways to commandeer that great outdoor style, but do it with a bit of personality.
Very cool. I love that. I also love this. Take a look at this glass house. So a lot of glass. You can actually see outside, no problem, because it's floor to ceiling.
Wow.
What happens when you're running around in your knickers, though, in the neighborhood? That's what I want to know.
Well, as long as you put on a good show. I mean, that's the thing, you know, these houses are all escapes, and they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. You know, and yet people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, but should maybe throw parties. That place was so beautiful. What I liked about that is even upstairs in the bedroom was glass, and we were like, okay, well, you're talking about showing off to the neighbours. Frosted glass upstairs, you know, so there was some privacy up there as well. That was amazing because you felt truly connected to the landscape.
Yes.
Because you're just standing there in a glass cube and all you can see is nature all around.
That's actually the home of a photographer. It's just amazing. He uses it as a live workspace, Tracy, and it's really open plan. So upstairs in the bedroom, there's a bath beside the bed, and then rather unusually, there's a toilet right beside the bed. Now, it mightn't be everybody's cup of tea, but he specifically wanted open plan pushed to the nth degree.
Yeah, he wanted the toilet beside the bed.
He did.
But think about it, when it's 3 a.m. and you kind of have to take a wee.
Well, there is that. You don't have far to travel. Better that than wet the bed.
Okay,
yes,
so he's kind of like sitting there doing what he's supposed to do, and like a boat goes past. And you're like,
very interesting. That's when you see the design as art, right? Let's take a look at this other cabin we have here. So this is about the material it's made of. So take a look at it. It's beautiful.
Bit of a special thing going on there because that house was built from straw bales. And straw bales are an incredible material because they're really inexpensive, they hold heat really well, and they cool really well. Then when you put them up as blocks, you have to cover them with another kind of substance. So they actually drew mud from the pond on their property, and then they, almost like in an Italian stucco style, they rolled that mud by hand over the walls. So everything in that place is 100% touched by the humans that built it. It's really lovely. It was actually built by an architect for his mum.
Oh my gosh, that's
Isn't that
incredible.
nice?
So
I wept when we
bales.
walked around.
Hay bales.
That's beautiful. So what's cool about a hay bale is, unlike concrete or bricks, you can actually build on a curve, can't you?
You can.
So amorphic lines and beautiful shapes.
Yeah, I mean, super. I mean, that was a great story, and they had amazing photographs of all the neighbourhood kids coming, and it wasn't, you know, at a time where you didn't say don't get dirty. They're all covered in mud.
Get filthy.
Absolutely filthy.
Yeah.
And everyone helps. Everyone was involved in creating this incredible, like a hobbit house, if you like.
That's so cool.
So it's really exciting.
And then no problem with fire or anything like that, because you've got the mud or the plaster on the outside.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
You know, it's a really great kind of like building material.
Yeah.
You know, and as soon as you say a straw bale, people think, okay, you know, you're going to huff and puff and blow the house down. Actually, you can do some great things with straw bale construction, and they don't have to be curvaceous. You can do straight lines.
It's
as well.
sturdy. Yeah, very nice. Well, you're going to see more wonderful waterfront and woodland properties in Colin and Justin's new show. It's called Great Canadian Cottages. It debuts tonight on the Cottage Life channel. So you got to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tracy. A lot of fun.
Oh my gosh. That looks incredible. You get to jump into the lives of different people and learn about their stories, and I think that's beautiful.
That's what made it so interesting, because it really was a departure from just the homogenous million-dollar listing type shows. It was all about people that spent time and a little bit of imagination to create brilliant dream escapes.
Yeah, totally.